Hey everyone, it's Argonath here from The Right Way, and today I'm going to be covering a story which has been huge here in New Zealand over the last 3 weeks and has been pretty massive over the last couple of days with the outcome of this particular story. So let's just go. There's a bit of a recap on what's happened so far. For those of you that are not in New Zealand and might not know about this story, then we'll just kind of go over it a little bit. If you're in New Zealand, you will have known this because it's been on every news channel and newspaper everywhere, all over the internet. So there's been a bittersweet reaction to a King Country man and his 3 children walking out of the bush alive after being missing for almost 3 weeks. While everyone is overjoyed they are alive, many people are asking, how did it come to this? So basically, this dad and his 3 kids went down to the beach and then no one saw them again, basically. His car was found by police, and there was a massive search that was put on by police, volunteers for the local community. They sent planes and helicopters up with heat-seeking cameras. They sent drones up with heat-seeking cameras as well. Couldn't find this guy at all. And then I think yesterday, or the day before yesterday, he basically just walked in to a house with the children as if nothing had happened. So Thomas Phillips, 34, and Jada, who is 8, Maverick, 6, and Ember, 5, went missing from Maricopa on September 12th, and a large search failed to find any sign of them. So this is now the 1st of October, right? So they went missing on September the 12th. Police said they walked into a family home, so it's not anybody's home. So they walked into the family home yesterday following reports that a day before a man and his 3 children had been spotted near Kiritaheri Beach, where Phillips's ute had been discovered semi-submerged in the surf shortly after the search was launched. So he just left his ute on the beach. A ute is like a truck in America, or utility vehicle, and it basically, I guess, left on the beach, and the surf came in and it started to sink into the sand where it was found. Waikato West Area Commander Will Loughran said yesterday police were in the early stages of finding out exactly what happened, but he confirmed that the family had been living in a tent about 15 kilometres from Kiritaheri Beach. So that's, they did confirm they were living in a tent apparently for 3 weeks basically. Phillips has a home in Otorohanga, where the family farm is, about 5 kilometres inland from Maricopa. Set back off Maricopa Road, it enjoys a commanding view of the valley which carries the same name. Yesterday evening, the number of pint-sized red band gumboots on the porch was a telltale sign that the children were home safe. Inside, children could be seen playing, and they and Tom Phillips were being supported by extended family. Maricopa Kaumatua Himikiti said he had called the farm on hearing the news. Via phone call just minutes ago, the kids were all happy, playing with each other, playing with the parents, and happy to have a nice shower. So that's where they're at the moment, happy with the grandparents. So basically, the kids probably didn't know anything that was going on, right? I fail to refuse that the father didn't know that something's going to happen if he just left, took the kids with him, and didn't tell anyone where he was going, right? I mean, that is just ridiculous. Now, apparently he's had some kind of mental health issues or something, but still, I don't think that really excuses someone for putting people through the pain. I'm not really too worried about the family's pain because they're his family, so he's done it to his own family. But think about all the people in the community who are stressed out because these 3 little kids have gone missing. People have thought they'd been gone out to sea and died in the sea, that kind of thing. The amount of manpower or woman power that has been put into searching for these people, the use of resources, the amount of money that Search and Rescue New Zealand has spent on this, it's just ridiculous. If he just told someone what he was going to do beforehand, I bet you he was thinking that if he told someone, they wouldn't let him take the kids. That's what I reckon he's probably thinking when he did it. So he's just thinking of himself, pretty much. Kitty said it was wonderful that the family had returned alive, and yes, I'm very, very glad that the kids are all safe. The father, he can do whatever he wants to do, that's fine, but I'm so glad that the kids are safe because they're very innocent people in this. It's a huge blessing throughout the community that Tom and his kids have been found well, very much walking on Mother Earth. It's a huge blessing. Tom and his kids are with the father and the mother and the grandparents, and they're one happy family at the moment. I'm sure they are, since they just come back, but let's see what happens a bit later on. but he was confused about the circumstances of the disappearance. Yeah, a bit disappointed with Tom with his stupidity at this time of the year. Of course, it's quite cold in New Zealand still at the moment. We're still in going through, just started spring, but it's still a bit cold. So imagine if the temperatures got down really low. I just hate to imagine what they might have had to go through. You might be thinking, well, how did they survive for 3 weeks out in the bush? Well, apparently this guy is a real good bushmaster. He knows his way around the bush. I assume he hunted food and gathered food from the plants and things around to keep the children fed. Apparently they're all, they're not malnourished or anything, which is good. And yep, he did a good job looking after them, but he just shouldn't have taken them without telling anyone. If he told people and took them into the bush for 3 weeks, not a problem. I have no problem with that. Being a dad and being out in nature with your kids, awesome. Just tell someone what you're doing so that we don't have to put a massive search and rescue effort for you. He knows the area very well, taught by his parents and grandparents, and that was the disappointing thing that Tom had to do it here. But hey, let's give thanks to the search and rescue and everyone involved because they're at home. I haven't seen anywhere in any article that this guy, the father, has actually said thanks to any of the people that were out looking for him and his kids. I haven't seen that at all. It seems like other people are saying thanks for him on his behalf, but he hasn't actually said anything. Ketty was also left wondering how they survived. I have no idea. We're asking the same question. How the hell did he survive? He didn't know why they had gone bush in the first place either. In Otorohanga, Patrick Carr said his children went to school with the Phillips youngsters before their father decided to homeschool them. He said he was grateful that everyone was safe, but said Philip should have told people what he was up to. Of course he should have. You know why you would want to do that? I mean, without telling... why would you want to do that? I mean, without telling anybody like the rest of their whānau, which means family in English, and everything, they'd be worried about them and that sort of thing. So this is quite a lot of the comments coming out of New Zealand from a lot of people. Reuben Warren, who was on the main street picking up some lunch, was stoked about the positive outcome too. I'm happy they are alive. I'm happy they are safe and well. Generally, it's the best result, really. A keen bushman himself, Warren said that he had stayed in the bush that long, but not with children. He didn't think Phillips had done much wrong. Look, everyone is entitled to their lifestyle, their point of view. If he was safe, he was fine. I think he probably let some people know where he was, but failing that, he's a man, he's a dad, it's his choice. I don't think he let anyone know, because then people wouldn't have been out searching for him. Okay, so that's this thing. They're trying to make excuses for this guy because he looked after the kids, which was his job anyway, and they came back alive. But he should have told people, yes, fine, you can spend family time with your kids, but let people know what you're doing so we don't have a massive search and rescue effort on you. It's not what we are used to. It's a little out of the norm, and it's a little bit harder to accept. He's their dad. They're obviously safe and well, and it's just a little bit different than most society is used to. Well, I'm sure people go bush and out camping for more than 3 weeks as well, but they actually tell people, right? But a Marakopa woman who was up at Otorohanga on business and didn't want to be identified was upset with Phillips. She said her family had searched the coastline of their farm every day for 2 weeks and was feeling put out. Of course you would. If you spent time looking for this guy and their children every day for 2 weeks, and then he just walks in as if nothing has happened. The woman said she did not believe Phillips went missing for so long with the 3 under 10-year-olds without outside help. It's a bit hard to guess whether he had help or not. I'm hard to believe if someone had known what he was doing, they didn't tell people after this massive search and rescue had been launched. That was the view shared by other Marakopa locals also speaking on the conditional anonymity. So why do all these people have to speak on the conditional anonymity? Because as you know, all the left-wing people jump on them, try and get them cancelled, all that kind of stuff, and so people just feel unafraid to say what they actually think anymore. So this is a massive story in New Zealand. I have no problem with him taking his kids out camping for 3 weeks. They're all safe. He looked after them well. The only problem I have is that he should have told someone so that we didn't have to waste all of this money on this person when he wasn't in danger and the kids weren't in danger either. Just imagine where that money could have been put to use later on. So I'd hate to think the next time someone goes missing and we don't have enough money for the equipment that we need to help these people because of an idiot person like this. Anyway, that's one of the big stories in New Zealand at the moment. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. If you don't like the video, that's cool. You can feel free to give me a thumbs down as well. Give me some constructive feedback in this comment section. I'd be interested to hear what you think. And if you like my content, please give me a subscription, because it helps my videos to get out more in the YouTube algorithm. So hopefully I will catch you in the next video.